Good morning. Happy Friday and welcome to the Friday Showdown. I have your favorite guest, FxBigDog here. We're going to do some live trading here, guys, today. We got the Pip Hunter tool live in action. We're going to go ahead and use that tool, show you how we implement these trades and how we look at the market. And we're going to have 5 pairs that we're going to trade live. So we're going to start right after this. So let's get right to it. All right. Good morning. Excuse me. I'm dealing with a little cold. I got a sore throat, so I'm trying to not sound like I'm really sick and my nose is really stuffed. So excuse me, but welcome back, FX Big Dog. How you doing today?
Happy Friday, Cameron. Happy Friday, and happy Friday to everyone here in the show. It is going to be an awesome day today, just because it is Friday. It doesn't matter how you look at it. It is Friday, traders, and so what's going on? What went wrong, or what went right this week? Well, certainly the dollar changed direction this week. We expected the market to go a little bit to the downside. The inflation numbers came out this week, and that showed much higher, which obviously the reason why the Feds have decided to keep the rates unchanged and not do any cutting. In fact, they said that there's no cuts on the table for the rest of the year. But certainly hikes is certainly something that they may consider. Now, with the inflation numbers going up higher than they expect, is this now the indication that the Fed's going to start raising interest rates? Well, the dollar did react to that number. And you can see with the inflation numbers, the market did go ahead and rally. And so when we look at this type of stuff and we look at the way the markets are reacting, sometimes you got to think about it and digest it a little bit and say, is this a panic in the marketplace? Is it a panic in the marketplace, or is this pair really moving in a direction that we have to pay attention to those swings? Well, we're going to go into some pairs and break them down based on currency pairs, which means that not only we look at the dollar index, but of course we're going to look at pairs that are traded against the dollar and other pairs as well. And we're going to put some trades out this morning. But I want to put your mind to rest here and just say that the dollar rally that we're seeing right here, remember, we are inside consolidation on specifically the US dollar CAD. But even like the dollar index, if I can go ahead and flip over my screen right now and show everyone what it looks like here from a trading perspective. And by the way, Cameron, are we doing this now today? Or is it going to be this? Maybe this. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. So what we have to look at right here, traders, is we have to look at the possibilities that price is currently creating this sort of wedge right now. Now, if you look at this, you go, well, Big Dog is breaking out of the upside of the wedge. This means that dollar's going to be strong. Well, not necessarily, because if you understand the wolf waves, this is actually a wolf wave pattern. So rising wedge is a false break of a rising wedge, and it's going to go ahead and trade back in. Well, this is what we expect. We expect them to come back inside here. And if it does that, we're heading back down south towards the support, and a breakout of that to take us to this level right here, where we connect 1 and 4. And so we'll see price working its way all the way back down to this point right here. So do we anticipate that the dollar could be falling quite a bit? Yes. Now, I've been talking about dollar weakness for a while, and remember, even in a bullish rally in the dollar doesn't necessarily mean the dollar's bullish overall. All right, it doesn't mean the dollar's bullish overall. We're just in a corrective bullish move right now, and I think that might be the case. And well, you know what? Let me go ahead and do this. We're going to go ahead and dive into some pairs right now. Now, Cameron, did you want to look at the US dollar CAD? Because I wanted to bring up an example on that.
Yeah, I can take a look at the US dollar CAD.
Okay, because I was going to do it. But okay, that's cool.
I mean, yeah, if you want to, go ahead. There's no big deal.
Cool. All right. So we're on the same page. All right. Good stuff. Now, if I go to US dollar CAD right here, we're we can see that price has created this rising wedge as well. And with this rising wedge, we expected price to drop back down. So when the market breaks out of a rising wedge to the upside, we're actually then looking at it now becoming a leading diagonal. I forgot the word this morning, but a leading diagonal. Now, leading diagonal just means that the market's creating this false pattern, which looks like a rising wedge, which anticipates price to move down, but then it breaks out to the north side and then becomes a leading diagonal. Now, that means that price is going to go into and start waving. Now, again, and I got hiccups. Again, if we look at the overall perspective or overall look at the dollar against the Canadian, it is range bound, right? And we do have these patterns. Now, if you see over here, we had a rising wedge here, and we did see price dropping back down south. Here we had a rising wedge, but in the middle of the range. And so it looks like the price is trying to work its way up towards the top of the range up here, around about 3,900. And so with us in this overbought condition here, with us completing the 1.618 there, we would now be expecting price to dip down south. Now, just another FYI, inside consolidation, you're more likely to see the market create something like this, where the market goes 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We don't normally see the market go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's not an expected move. And so looking at this right here, we have to consider that, hey, we have not reached the top of the range. The market has created this 1, 2, 3. Now, are we going to see price continue to push through that level towards this area, or are we going to see the correction move? And if the correction move is going to come back down, is it going to come back down to the support here at about 35.30? Or is it going to go deeper down, and we're going to see it take out this low and create this irregular flat pattern? And once it takes out 30, let's call it 33.50, then it's going to turn around and head back up north. That's pretty much how things can play out. So there's either or, right? It could do whatever. So the question that comes back to us is, okay, Big Dog, you've got all of this information. How do we take this information and create a trading opportunity? Well, that is where we have to start thinking about what we do. Now, I spoke about this in one of my live sessions that I do. I spoke about, traders, before we come to the trading table, we have to know how we're going to manage our position, right? We have to know how we're going to manage our position. Because if we don't know how we're going to manage our position, then what's going to end up happening is we're going to end up find ourselves in a very tough position where we don't exactly know what to do when the market goes against us. So we have to have a trading plan, all right? And so if we look at this right here, we're now going to reevaluate this, all right? Now, FYI, we just had, let me jump to this. I know I didn't mention this at 10 o'clock, but we just had the consumer sentiment that came out this morning. And consumer sentiment came out right here. Look at the numbers right here, lower than expected. So if consumer sentiment is coming up lower, this could cause a downside move in the dollar. Now, we might get a little bit of a push, just a fake push, and then a drop. So again, the market's pushed up higher here. Cameron, before I continue talking about this, I want you to go ahead and sell US dollar CAD right now. Because trader, this is the thing. We also had the Dow open up lower this morning. And so even with the Dow, we're expecting a rally in the Dow this morning to fill the gap. And then also with a rally in the Dow means risk on. That means risk off currencies like the dollar would be selling off. Canadian would be strengthening. So to me, trading at the 1.618 right here at 37.64 is a great place to sell off. And if the market, and by the way, if we're going to have a plan, if the market is going to continue to move, because traders, I have to prepare myself and I have to say to myself, hey, if I'm wrong and price continues to rally back up here, am I going to add in multiple positions right here so that if the market turns at any time, we can make some profit, but also reevaluate our position to understand that maybe we are going to go to the top of this range and then going to sell off back down south again. So I'm looking at this and I'm going, hey, I'm going to add in a position right here. And if we get to this point right here, we'll sell off and I'll make some profit on all these positions that I have right there. So the premises here is really to understand what the markets are telling us based on technical analysis, but then also have a backup plan that if we are wrong, and we have to, if we are wrong, what is our plan then? I have a game plan, and you live and you're trading just purely on, hey, this is going to work out no matter what. Then we end up going to say, well, what if we're always going to be right, then why have good equity management, right? I mean, let's just over leverage and we're going to be fine. But the reason why we have good equity management is because we know that we're going to be wrong. And if we could be wrong, right? Not we're going to be wrong, but we could be wrong. And if we could be wrong, then we have to protect ourselves and we have to have a plan of what it's going to be like if the market goes against us. What are we going to do in order to manage that position? So, all right, so that's how we're going to control this. So we're selling over at the moment right now on US dollar CAD. All right, so that's not the only currency pair we're going to focus on today, because Cam is going to take a look at another one. Cam, let's go ahead and take a look at another currency pair.
I'll take a look at the Euro US dollar.
Okay.
And I did not share my screen. Let me go ahead and share my screen.
Yeah, we'll just throw it out at the bottom right here, so we can flip over to different pairs. There you go.
All right, perfect. And by the way, before I go ahead and break this down, I just want to go ahead and share our Discord. As you can see, we have the Dow Remote tool that's doing fantastic this week. So I'd love to go ahead and share what it's been doing. We've had 300 plus net pips the last 3 days. Okay, so as you can see, incredible results that the Dow Remote's doing. You can always check on our website. We have the MyFxBook link. You can see the results there as well. But doing fantastic. A great week of the Dow Remote tool. And there's some great stuff you're analyzing with the Pip Hunter tool as well. So if you want to be a part of this community and dive in with us as we trade live in these sessions and talk about the analysis and tools that we use and the strategies, then go ahead and check out our website for our VIP bundle and get access to all this. So,
and just check
really
it. By
good
the
stuff
way,
right there with the Dow
some
Remote tool
trades
as well.
closed out, right?
So going now, looking at the Euro US dollar, and the reason why I want to go ahead and break the Euro US dollar is because we are also holding some buy positions, and we're getting a huge sell-off right now. So first thing is what is price doing, right? And I always say, right, there's 4 things that price is doing. It's either generating liquidity, or it's hunting liquidity, or it's rebalancing equilibrium, rebalancing insufficiency. Those are the 4 things I'm looking. What is the market doing? And that's going to give me an idea what I want to do. So as we can see right here, first thing I noticed, we have a low resistance liquidity run. Okay, so we got liquidity up here as well. So we're generating liquidity right here. So here we know on the Euro US dollar, we're generating liquidity to the buy side. We came down, took sell side. So now we have captured sell side liquidity. All the retail sellers in the market here have been taken out. We have taken out these orders. So we have captured sell side liquidity. We've generated buy side liquidity. We have a big swing to the downside, showing and indicating that we are hunting sell side liquidity. Looking at our external model, here is our external sell side liquidity right here, this low that we are targeting. Is price going to move all the way down here and take this out? Not right away, right? It's hunting liquidity. For it to go and hunt this liquidity, it needs to generate liquidity, come back up, take out buy side liquidity to continue to push the market, right? So what can we expect, right? What can we expect in the market? Well, for hunting sell side liquidity, we just took out our previous low, so we have captured some liquidity. That indicates to me that we can expect now correction. Either price is going to correct to rebalance insufficiency, maybe rebalance equilibrium, or it's going to continue to move up to go ahead and capture buy side liquidity as we continue to take out these lows. So looking at the daily, we have a big move to the downside. Usually when I see these moves, we want to see a rebalance of equilibrium, right? We want to see a rebalance of supply and demand. So taking a look at my Fib retracement here, and we're not seeing any signs of displacement to the upside, right? So we don't know how much further can price continue to push lower, right? We don't know that. We can't predict what the market's going to do, but we can go ahead and execute when we see these things. So what I'm going to expect is that once we start seeing displacement to the upside, that's going to indicate to me that we are now looking to rebalance, right? We can see positive divergence as well on my 4 hour oscillator here. So that's just showing me signs that we're going to start seeing correction. Not only that, we have a lot of imbalance candles here. We have insufficiency that the market just needs to rebalance. Okay, as you can see, we have 4 hour fair value gaps. Okay, so this area is where I expect price to at least retrace to. Possibly want to take out this buy side liquidity here. Okay, we have this low liquidity run here, resistance. Okay, so we want to see prices to come back and maybe grab some buy side liquidity. So my indication is that we're going to start seeing rebalancing and possibly hunt buy side. So I'm going to be buying here on the euro US dollar. We have a lot of room to the upside here. Just looking for rebalancing is we're already anticipating that price is going to move at least 100 pips to the upside here. So we have a lot of room to the upside here to go ahead and buy. And if price continues to move further, if it wants to continue to move further, then that's fine with me. Let it continue to move further. I don't think we're going to hunt this low, the sell side liquidity yet until we get price to either rebalance or generate buy side liquidity. So I think we're going to go and continue to buy here on the euro US dollar. And I know we're holding some positions, buy positions on that as well. So this is the turnaround that I'm looking for. All right, Big Dog, you there? For some reason, we lost sound on your end.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? No sound?
Good morning, Jan. Yeah, it looks like we lost sound on Big Dog. We cannot hear you. Looks like there's no sound coming from your end.
Can you hear me now?
Can anyone else hear
Can you hear me now?
Big Dog?
Can you hear me? Hello?
All right, looks like we lost sound there. I don't know.
What about now? Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me, because I don't know if you can hear me.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
All right, well, yeah, we can't hear you. Yeah, we can't hear you. You keep talking to me like I can hear you, but I can't hear you.
I don't know. Can you hear me now?
All right. Well, while Big Dog is trying to fix that, let's go ahead and take a look at more of these pairs, right? So we have the Aussie CAD and New Zealand CAD available. So we'll go ahead and break down the Aussie CAD as well. And I want to explain something. I took a trade a couple of days ago, and we're now in 2-3 positions here, and I made a mistake here. And I'm going to explain why I made a mistake here.
Can
so
you
for
hear
those
me?
VIP members here, you can see why we made a mistake.
Cameron,
First
can you
thing
hear me?
is we got price to come back here into this area where we expect rebalance for equilibrium from this low to this high, right? We hit out 50%, we hit discount. That was a great time to see price show displacement to the upside, which we did see that. So we bought right here after we saw displacement. Now, my problem is I didn't pay attention, which sometimes we can make these mistakes. I didn't pay attention to this 4-hour fair value gap, right? Where we saw rejection, okay? So we saw rejection off this area. And I don't want to be buying on a bearish fair value gap, okay? And that was my mistake.
Cameron,
So
can
we
you
are
hear
only
me?
holding 2-3 positions, so it's not hurting us or anything like that. Now we're starting to see displacement to the downside, right? You're on the 4-hour. Look at this. Well, where is price continuing to move? So we did get a rebalance of equilibrium, came back up, rebalanced this insufficiency, rejected off this area, showed displacement to the downside. What is price doing? What is price doing, right? Let's take a look at our examples of what we anticipate, right? So first of all, look at this. Here is a bullish 4-hour fair value gap. Price is taking out this low. If we see displacement below this low, let me go ahead and change this. If we see displacement below this low, that's indicating that we're rebalancing this area, this 4 value gap, this bullish 4-hour fair value gap. That's where we're seeing. Now, if we see price ram through that, then we're looking to take out sell side. So right now, the Aussie CAD is, I can anticipate that we are targeting this insufficiency. And we got at least 25 pips to the top of that area of that imbalance. Now, price is showing a little bit of rejection here, so let's take a look now. Do we see on the 4-hour, we see a little bit of positive divergence setting up here. So this is interesting now, because now we can just anticipate, because of this 4-hour, we just have another 4-hour fair value gap. So we're getting really some consolidation right now, rebalancing these areas of insufficiency, okay? So we can see price come back up, rebalance this area as well, okay? So you're on the Aussie CAD. We have many indications that we haven't seen what price has done, because we are now testing this area of this low. We're not seeing displacement to the downside yet, indicating that this is where we're targeting. If we see rejection off this area, then we're looking for price to come back and rebalance this insufficiency, okay? So right now, looking at the 4-hour, that might indicate to me seeing this higher low as price is taking out this low. That's indicating me that we might get price to retrace and go ahead and retard or rebalance this insufficiency, okay? So let's go to 1 hour. And we can see we're pretty overbought here on the 1 hour. We're in discount. So when we're in discount of this price leg, okay, from this low to this high, when we're in discount, that's usually a good indication for me to go ahead and buy, okay? So looking at Aussie CAD, and we're only looking for 20 pips, and that's going to be just above our insufficiency here. I'll go back to the 4-hour, you can see here. Oh no, perfect. It's actually perfectly on the below the 4-hour fair value gap. So we can expect some retracement here, guys. I'm telling you right now, I'm going with a buyer, okay? And it's pretty soon, because like I said, we want to see what price does here. Does it reject? Okay, you can see these order blocks as well. So price came back to these order blocks. Is it really going to reject, or are we going to see displacement? So I'm going to anticipate that we're going to see a little bit of retracement for this rebalancing. And if price does break below with displacement, we're still going to expect, if price breaks down below displacement, we're still going to expect retracement for rebalance of equilibrium. And that's why the dollar cost averaging works when we look at these higher time frames using these PDA arrays and figuring out where we want to go ahead and enter in the market. So we're going to go with a buy here on the Aussie CAD. Looks like we still got no sound from you, big dog. Someone says we can hear you. So they said they can hear you. So it looks like it's something to do with my end. Which I have
there
no
we go.
idea
Now Cameron's figured it
how
out.
that happened.
Yeah. All right.
If my computer is just playing games with me, so I don't know if my settings just changed automatically. So while I'm trying to fix this, go ahead and break down the next pair there, big dog.
All right, good stuff. Thank you, guys. All right, so the next pair is I'm going to be talking about the CAD Swiss. And the CAD Swiss is sitting in a good place at the moment right now. If you actually look at the way the market has been waving, we had a wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 1, and the wave 2, and then we had a 1, 2, 3 again. And so price is coming back to retest. Now, it could go all the way back down to 65.80. Or it can stall here around about 6,600. 6,600 was a key level of support here. But I think we're going to start stalling right about here. So I think it's a good place to start looking to buy on the CAD Swiss here. And therefore, we're looking for price to go back up to around about 67.90 and possibly 68.30. That is where the next high is going to be at. This is where we're anticipating price move to. So here's a good place to start looking to buy. So with that being said, Cameron, can you hear me yet or no?
Yep, I can hear you now.
Sending me around the bush, right? All right. So this is the thing. Go ahead and buy the CAD Swiss right now. Buy CAD Swiss. Now, traders, if it does drop back down a little bit down, if we do see it go down to, let's say, 65.80, it means that we're going to maybe enter in multiple positions. But the long-term sort of vision of where the CAD Swiss is going, it's still going to be fairly good for us. So it doesn't matter if we pick up some multiple positions, because what we're looking for is the end goal, right? The end goal is 68.30 is the upside move. So this retracement right here is just the retracement. And so we can also see that the market also is creating a little bit of support coming off that low right here. And so there is a little bit of range-bound trading. And even if it ranges, we're also going to be able to make a profit coming up here to the top right here. So we don't need the market to go up to 68.20 to make a profit. We can make a profit right about here, because all we're chasing after is just 20 pips in the market. And that's our philosophy. You know, the one thing that I've been teaching traders for years and years and years is that we don't need home runs, all right? We don't need home runs in order to be able to profit. Cameron has been talking about the Dow Remote. Dow Remote, we actually got a little strategy going to the Dow Remote where we're chasing after 30 pips in the market. Cam, just put your mute, just put your mic on mute. I'm getting some feedback in my ear. No, it doesn't look like it's Cameron. Well, it might be something else. All right. So the thing is this: the Dow Remote, all we're doing is chasing after 30 pips in the market, and you can see already. Look at the results. I mean, we've captured just this month alone almost 2,000 pips being captured, and what day is it? It is still 2/3. We got 2/3 of the month left. We've only got 1 month. We've gone through one third of the month. We've got 2/3. We've already captured almost 2,000 pips already. The profits is about 6.3% so far this month in just 1/3 of the month. Last month, we made 15%. This month, we're already 6% up. The month before that, February, when we kicked the sessions off, we made 5%. But remember, we actually only traded the last week in February. So we only traded 1 week in February. We got a full month in March, and April right now in the first 1/3 of the month, we're up 6.3%. Traders, we're doing really good. Now, Cameron mentioned, if you guys want to get involved, it's called the VIP Level 2. You want to check it out. Go to our website, TradersNetworkClub.com. Go check out our VIP bundles and go to VIP Level 2. It is going to be live sessions with Cameron. It's going to be a trading tool to be able to do the trading, so it can be so it can do all the heavy lifting for you. And then, of course, it is those live sessions that you talk about the markets and have conversation around what's going on. Very important, traders. Traders Network Club is all about success and bringing success to you. Now, if you are an international client, which means that if you're a non-US client and you have a offshore trading account, or you don't have a trading account, we are working with a broker called AUDCAD, where we are able to give you that service absolutely free by just simply opening up a live trading account with AUDCAD. Cameron, run the tape, my friend. Alrighty. All right, guys, if you don't have a broker and you're looking for a broker, check out AUDCAD. And if you do open up a live trading account with AUDCAD, we want to help you get started, and we can absolutely give you that service absolutely free for a whole year by simply opening up a trading account with more than $10,000 in that account. Now, this is the thing. Traders Network Club is always trying to give you guys the best of the best. And what we're trying to do here is we're trying to help and accommodate you so that you don't have to carry costs, that everything that you make month to month is just pure profit in your pocket. So check it out. We work with us. Email us. Go to support@tradersnetworkclub.com. Email support@tradersnetworkclub.com and work with us, and we'll help you guys get set up. All right. We want to make sure you guys are set up, because your success is our success, and that's how we work and how we operate. All right. Now, let's take a look over here. The CADCHF. All right, so we've got an entry point already, right? What are we getting the CADCHF? Around about what, 66.20, 21?
We got in at 66.22.
22. All right, slippage. Great, great. All right, so we're in at 66.22. Look for our 20 gain on that. If we get to 66.42, we're in the money. All right, so keep that number at hand. By the way, traders, if you want to follow our trade ideas that we do here in the session, go check out in the description down below is our Telegram channel. All right, check it out. Connect to our Telegram channel. You get all these things. It's absolutely free. Go ahead and check it out. You get all these signals. You can follow along the way as we go ahead and place these trades. You'll see exactly. We're very transparent and open about the things that we do. All right, so check it out below. I'd like you to follow us because we also go ahead and post a whole bunch of things inside there as well that are obviously related to the markets. And also check out our social media: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, which is now Twitter being X. So go ahead and check out X. Instagrams, and of course our Facebook links are also down in the description down below. Go ahead and follow us there in our social media because we do postings there, offers, good offers, any discount offers we send out to there as well, information about the markets, information what's going on. Check it out. We are posting there as well. We're very active now on that. We've got a whole team working on that as well. So good to be good to be a member of the Traders Network Club. All right, traders, and let's go ahead and look for another currency pair, Cam. What else you got, yeah?
I believe we just have the Aussie CAD available. No, sorry, the New Zealand CAD.
All
New
right.
Zealand CAD. I took a long on the Aussie CAD, and I'll tell you what, I'm almost want to go ahead and hedge these two right here. So
Okay.
looking at the Aussie CAD, we went long here because I expect a rebalance. We're in discount. And looking at the New Zealand CAD, looking at the 4 hour here, yeah, we have hit discount already. And we saw a retracement to the upside, right? Aussie CAD, we saw the retracement to the downside for rebalance for equilibrium. So we're seeing a little bit two different patterns here on the New Zealand CAD and Aussie CAD, right? So we had a rebalance to the upside here. Then we had price come back, rebalance to this 1 hour fair value gap, showed displacement. So this is indicating to me that we're moving pretty bearish right now, looking to go ahead and take out these lows and continue to move lower here on the New Zealand CAD. So I'm pretty bearish here on the New Zealand CAD. I'm looking to go ahead and sell.
All right.
I thought I lost you there again. Oh.
Nope. Just popped out here quickly to get something done. Hey, all right. So, all right. So you said you're gonna sell on the New Zealand CAD, right? Did you buy on the
Yeah,
Aussie
well,
CAD?
let's go as we're looking here too. Let's look at this right here. What is price doing right now? Is it rebalancing this price action as well? Oops.
Yeah, I think we're gonna be in a irregular flat. I think we're gonna take
Yeah,
out that low
right now I
right there,
think we
Cam.
expect to take out this low, come back in
Yeah.
this area, hit discount, and then I don't know what price would do from there either, if it's going to show strong or not. But we are seeing at least price come back to rebalance this equilibrium of this price leg, right? We got the retracement. Your price never hit discount, showed rejection off this bearish 1 hour fair value gap. That's indicating that we're seeing displacement, that we're moving bearish right now. So I think we're going to see price either come back here to this area of discount of this price lag from this low to this high.
Yeah. Can you hear me, Cam?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, yeah, I agree. I think we're going to see what we call an irregular, actually not an irregular flat. That would be more of a sort of a, what do we call it? It would be a zigzag pattern forming with inside that. If I look over here on my daily time frame, I also see that we have a wave structure: 1, 2, 3, 4. And so 5 would be a little bit lower right here, but that's if that is going to take place, because the bigger picture here as well is that we had a 1, 2, 3. Price did not really go up and take out the highs right here, just retested it. And we stayed back below this strong support right here. So there is a lot of support coming off at this area right here. And so if we are at that point right there, I think we should take a look and see if the price can go back up here. But I think we're going to see a little downside move first before the market goes up. So that a little bit of a dip that you're talking about, Cam, Let me see if I can see that on my. Yeah, the question here is, Cam. This is the question that I have here. Is that I don't think, and this is I think we need to think about. I don't think that there's going to be a lot of movement to the downside here. I think there might be a potential bump up before going down. Did were you gonna buy it or sell it?
No, I sold New Zealand CAD.
Oh, you already sold it.
Yeah, I sold it. Yeah.
Gotcha. So all right. So if I look over here, let me see here. This level, yeah, there's the support there. How far is that support there? $20 pips. All right, does look like we do have. I'm looking at this and saying, you know what? We're expecting a risk-on trading environment, which means Dow a little bit strength in the Dow. If we take a look at the Dow right here this morning, we opened up bearish. It moved further down south. We're looking for this rally in the Dow. If we get a rally in the Dow, what's going to happen to the New Zealand dollar? It's going to get stronger, right? Now, the CAD would also get stronger too. So there's going to be a little bit of a showdown between the New Zealand and the CAD. And which one is stronger or weaker? If it's extremely strong or extremely weak, it'll define the directional bias. But right now, it's no wonder we're seeing a little bit of indecision right here, because we've got two of the pairs that lean to the left, and if they both lean to the left, then we're not going to see any movement out of that. It's just going to sit here at the support. So I would have possibly looked at buying this, to be honest with you. I would have looked for a buy on this. But I see your logic of why you expect it to go further down south. So it is setting up with this. We had a big retracement right here. So you'd be expecting that breakout here to go down further down south. And it is setting up here on the 1 hour. We're setting up in these down AB swings, and it did come back on a retracement. So therefore, we are looking for price to go down further down south, down here to 0.79. So the overall direction on the New Zealand CAD is down, is bearish, and that's good news, because that means then CAD is going to strengthen. All right, at least that we expect CAD to strengthen, and that'll push the New Zealand CAD bearish, but also the CAD Swiss bullish towards that 68.30 that we're looking for. So makes sense, makes absolutely sense. All right, guys. Well, that pretty much wraps up. That's it. Just to sum up of what we got here. What do we have here? There we go. Let's go ahead and show Cameron's screen here. This is what we got currently right now. We're looking at multiple positions here. Just sum it up, Cam.
Yep, we got the Euro-US dollar with a long position, about 3 pips up. Got US dollar CAD about almost close to break even. Short position, long on the Aussie CAD, about break even. We are long on the CAD Swiss, and we're short on the New Zealand CAD. Okay. So we're hedging the New Zealand CAD and the Aussie CAD, as you can see there.
All righty. Perfect. All right. Well, sweet. Well, then that is the wrap, traders. Hey, listen, you guys, have a fantastic weekend. Happy trading, my friends. Have a great weekend. We'll see you guys back next weekend. Hey, listen here. If you are not part of the community, check out Traders Network Club. We can do a lot for you guys, and we want to do a lot for you guys. We really want to help you. That's what me and Cameron are here to do. We want to be able to give back to the community, do whatever we can to help you become more successful in trading. So with that being said, traders, love you guys. God bless, and I'll see you guys next week.